Welcome Year 10. This video is going to help us just go through the double spell, which is on the 17th of April. I hope everyone's well and keeping safe, and hopefully only a couple more weeks before we can get together and do a proper class. However, so this is probably going to be going on for, I anticipate this for Friday's spell 2 and 3, and then it'll lead on to something that I'll tell you about for Monday's spell as well. Okay, so thank you for those guys who managed to get their savings assessments in. I have marked those, and comments have been up on the learning program. If you have been unable to do this and you still wish to have a go at finishing this one off, please just drop me an email and we can sort out when you need to hand it in. Okay, obviously with us being locked down, it's all a bit tricky, and I don't really know your access, so I can't assume that you can all definitely get it done. So yeah, if you'd like to have another go at it, or have a go at it again, then just send me an email. But if not, then that's fine. Okay, so today what we're going to be looking at is the final thing on the consumer part of the course. This is where we look at borrowing. So this is obviously our OneNote page. If you click on number 4, borrowing there, okay, what I want you to do is, if you click onto the borrowing inquiry, in fact, hopefully by the time you get to this page up here will not be there. So if you click onto the borrowing inquiry, you will see something here. Okay, so this is where we're sort of going to follow. So this is for tomorrow's double spell. It says watch the following video. Now I am going to put a link to the video that I'm making now up to here. All right, so that's just what that's going to refer to. Now what there's 5 key tasks, or 5 documents. So document 1 is a survey. Okay, so what we're asking, if you open that one up, what I'd like you to do is, if you can, and I'm certain everyone's going to be able to do this, is just to find out about how people borrow, their borrowing behaviour a little bit. All right, so there's some questions that you can ask people, and see if you can find 3 people, either in your bubble or online. You can ask me the questions, I don't mind, and I can ping them out to you. All right. Secondly, there are some terms and some definitions, and this one is just, if we look at this one, where is it, down here, borrowing 2, mix and match, we should be able to see something that looks a bit like that. So we're matching the definition with the correct term. Okay, so that's just so we know a little bit about some of the terminology that's being used here. Okay, the next one, I would like you to, if you open up this document, borrowing 3 down the bottom here, what you will see is there's a few questions here, but which is largely being explained. So there's a few questions largely being explained in this link here. So click on the link, watch the video, it goes for about 3 minutes, and hopefully should give you some information there that's going to help you use these. Now with all of these, please use the links that have been put on there. They're all there for your purpose to investigate. So please have a look at this one. And then the final question is maybe a little bit of historical research here. There's something very significant that happened around about this date here, which meant that mortgage interest rates crashed. They went very, very low. They've pretty much remained low as where we are today, in fact, largely because of what's happened here. So yeah, just investigate what was the actual cause of that. Okay, so that is the third one. The fourth one and the 5th one, they put you into 2 scenarios. Now some of you might have actually, in a strange way, sort of done this, because it's talking about investigating purchasing a dream house. Now, not like the project proposal where you were looking at all the different options. This is purely and simply the whole idea of how you would borrow the money for it. Okay, likewise, number 5 is the same idea again, but with a car. So what I'd like you to do is, if you open up those documents, so you can see 4, yeah, it looks a little bit like this. Okay, have a look at those and answer the questions, and likewise 5 as well. I've got 5 down the bottom here. No, I can't find 5. However, it's the same sort of idea, but it's for you to identify a car. You're given a situation in a certain circumstance, so as it says here, identify a car, calculate the amount you need to borrow, and how you would actually manage that loan, and then also for the upkeep. Okay, so that's what I'd like you to do for the double spell. Now, come Monday, what I'm going to do, I'm going to set up a little. Mr. Leach talking about 10CNS, no doubt. I am going to set up a little bit of an online quiz through forms, which is going to review all this information that we've got here, guys. All right. So, any questions on some of this stuff? What I'd like you to do is, if you can just fill in your answers, and then just put them into your area. So everyone's areas down here. Put them into your areas. So if you can create a another tab that says borrowing, and then put your answers up here. I'm not going to actually go for every single one and give you tick crosses and anything like that, because what I'm going to see is how well we've understood this by doing an online quiz, and we'll do that one on Monday. Okay, but I'll explain more about that on Monday. So guys, that's what I'd like you to do. If there are any queries or any questions during that time, spell 2 and 3, I will be online specifically for you guys. However, you can do this at any time that you wish, but I will only be answering emails Monday to Friday between those sort of school hours, so from about 8:30 roughly up to about 4:30. Okay, so if you email me in the evening, that's fine, but I won't reply until during the day. Okay, guys, well, good luck with that, and I hope to speak to you. I hope to see you all very soon. Bye.